You've probably spent a few minutes scrolling through a dozen laptops, wondering if any of them will actually let you get the work done without feeling like you're paying for a glorified tablet. The fear of dropping a few $100s on a machine that can't keep up with the software you need is real, and it's why I'm taking a few minutes to break down the HP ZBook Ultra G1a. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's see if this 14-inch touchscreen workstation lives up to the hype, or if it's just another shiny piece of metal that looks great on paper. First off, the ZBook Ultra is aimed squarely at professionals who need a portable powerhouse. Think engineers in the field, architects reviewing plans on a client site, or video editors who need to make quick color tweaks while traveling between shoots. It's not a casual notebook for browsing the web or streaming movies. It's built around the idea that you'll be running demanding apps like AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Adobe Premiere, or even AI-assisted design tools. If you fall into any of those categories, you'll want to pay close attention to what this machine actually delivers day to day. One of the standout points is the AMD Ryzen A Max Pro 390 CPU paired with up to 64 GB of RAM. In practice, that combination means you can have multiple heavy applications open at once without the system begging for more memory. I've spoken with a few freelance 3D artists who run a modeling program, a texture editor, and a rendering queue simultaneously, and they reported that the workstation stayed responsive even when the CPU hit high usage. The AI-powered branding isn't just marketing fluff. The chip includes dedicated AI accelerators that can offload certain tasks like video upscaling or AI-driven image enhancement, shaving minutes off processing times that would otherwise eat into a tight deadline. The 14-inch 2.8K touchscreen is another practical advantage, especially for people who like to sketch ideas directly on the screen. The 2880x1800 resolution gives you a lot of screen real estate in a compact form factor, which is handy when you're reviewing detailed drawings or high-resolution footage. The touch layer is responsive enough for precise pen work, and the inclusion of an English layout keyboard means you won't be fumbling with misplaced keys during long typing sessions. For a mobile workstation, having a display that's both high-resolution and pen-friendly is a genuine productivity boost. Now, let's talk about the trade-offs. First, the size and weight. Even though it's a 14-inch chassis, the ZBook Ultra isn't exactly feather-light. The workstation-grade components and a robust cooling system add some heft, so if you're the type who carries a laptop in a backpack all day, you'll notice the difference compared to an Ultrabook. That's not a deal-breaker for most professionals, but it's something to keep in mind if you're commuting on public transit and need to keep your bag as light as possible. Battery life is another area where reality meets expectation. High-resolution panels and a powerful CPU drain power quickly, especially when you're running intensive workloads or using the touchscreen with a stylus. In real-world tests, users have reported getting roughly 5 to 6 hours of mixed use before needing to plug in enough for a typical workday if you have access to power at a coffee shop or co-working space, but not ideal if you need a full day of unplugged performance. If you're planning to be away from outlets for long stretches, you might want to budget for an external power bank or consider a model with a larger battery option. Connectivity-wise, the ZBook Ultra sticks to the essentials: a few USB-C ports, a standard USB-A, HDMI, and a headphone jack. It lacks the extensive G1a single-cable solutions you sometimes see on larger workstations, which means you'll need a separate hub if you rely on multiple external monitors, Ethernet, or legacy peripherals. For many freelancers, a single hub on the desk solves that, but it does add another piece to your setup that you have to remember to bring along. Software support is a subtle but important strength. Shipping with Windows 11 Pro means you get the professional versions management tools, BitLocker encryption, and the ability to join a domain, features that matter for corporate IT policies or freelance clients who demand secure environments. The Radeon 8050S GPU, while not a top-tier gaming card, is optimized for workstation workloads and pairs well with the AMD CPU's smart scheduling. In practice, you'll see smoother viewport performance in CAD programs and faster render previews in video editing suites compared to an integrated graphics solution. Who should walk away from this laptop? If your daily tasks revolve around email, light document editing, or streaming content, you're overpaying for a machine that will spend most of its time idle. The price premium is justified by the ability to handle heavy, multi-threaded workloads and AI-accelerated tasks. Likewise, if you're a gamer looking for high FPS rates in the latest titles, you'll be better served by a dedicated gaming laptop with a higher-end discrete GPU. The ZBook Ultra's strengths lie in professional productivity, not gaming. On the other